Hi viewers. Today I'm making heart-shaped chocolate slabs. Seal the bottom of heart-shaped cookie cutters with cling wrap and place them on a plate. We are going to add candy, biltong, seeds, nuts, and various dried fruit to bring different flavors to our chocolate. I'm particularly looking forward to the salty effect of biltong and the look that seeds are going to bring to chocolate. Now, spread the various ingredients at the bottom of the cookie cutters, except for candy. You can spread as much ingredients as you want, making sure to leave spaces in between for chocolate to show. Drizzle over with chocolate to create a very thin layer. Shake the plate gently, so that the chocolate can spread all over the bottom of the cookie cutters. We don't want hollow spaces in our chocolate. Spread another layer of ingredients. Try and cover spaces that you didn't cover with the first spread of ingredients. We want every bite of our chocolate to be memorable. Be mindful that this time you're not just throwing ingredients. This is how your chocolate is going to look. Make the look appetizing. Now, finish the look by adding candy. I particularly chose this candy in these colors because they resemble berries. Place your chocolate in the fridge just until it sets. After that, you may store it in a cool place in the cupboard. Now, let me show you how to prepare the chocolate for this project. How you can melt chocolate perfectly without having to add any other ingredients. This is perfect because the constitution of your chocolate is not tempered. Your chocolate remains as pure as chocolate can be, even in its melted state. Now, let me take you through how I melt the chocolate. Although I want brown chocolate, I use both brown and white chocolate. It still turns out brown. I use about 3 parts brown chocolate and 1 part white chocolate. The reason I add white chocolate is that white chocolate has a very thin consistency when melted. Brown chocolate, on the other hand, is thick when melted, and by itself, it will continue thickening while you are still working with it. So white chocolate has a thinning effect and helps brown chocolate to stay thin for a while longer. I use discs and choc chips because they melt quicker and evenly, unlike solid chocolate. I boil water in a big pot and place chocolate in a smaller pot. I happen to have this tiny pot that hangs out with the handle and stay afloat. But you can place a normal pot inside a bigger boiling pot. I put white chocolate in the pot first and brown chocolate on top, because brown chocolate is fussier. Brown chocolate is more prone to changing consistency due to continued heat. White chocolate changes to a lesser extent. Hence, I do not put the chocolate pot on direct heat but in a boiling pot. At this stage, all you need to do is to stir until chocolate is completely melted. Then you can remove it from heat and your chocolate is ready for use. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, share, and comment.